When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. Hope you're all well. Hope you are all well. I've just got to close something quickly. It's taken up too much bandwidth. Bear with me. I might be a bit laggy until I close my. I've got Football Manager running in the background, and I've just created, or just added, every single league team in the whole of the UK, all the way up till to League 11, and I've just started Unemployed as a Manager, and I need to close it because it's taken up all of my data, all of my memory. So bear with me. Let me just close it. Football Manager, close. There. I think it's done. Yep, it's done. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. No more merch until he goes. No more merch till he goes. Also, There's like 30 of you in here. It should start filling up soon. If you're not a member, become a rebel. You'll thank me for it later. I'm going to start doing some more conspiracy shows, and I'm also going to add some videos to the channel soon. It's been a couple of weeks since I added one, so let me add some. It's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. So I'm going to do a match preview. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this background because it keeps on wanting to show the couch behind me. So I might as well just show it. Keeps on wanting to show the sofa behind me, so I might as well just show it. I'm in the middle of I'm literally moving house, so there's nothing in our house now, really. Everything's in boxes. So yeah, it's all a bit hectic. But yeah, so I'm just sat in the corner of the room pretty much. So everything's kind of white behind me. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. That looks okay. Let's do that. Right. If you're not a subscriber, do subscribe. It's free. And if you haven't liked the video, please like the video on the way in. I wanted to start with a little look at what Leeds have done recently, just so we can kind of put perspective on how Leeds have been recently. I also want to have a look at some of the comments that he made in the press conference, which Raz has mentioned, which is just ridiculous. Like, he's completely lost the plot now, if I'm completely honest. Some of the nonsense he's come out with is just lost the plot. Really has. I know it is. It is soulless. A bit like our team right now. A bit like our dressing room as well, probably. You're having nightmares with the lack of pressing versus Sunderland. I mean, at one stage we had 5 people pressing one of their players, and they just kicked the ball over them, and they were all just stood there. I'm just like, what? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. Polo, all right. So I wanted to have a look at Leeds, because Leeds have been on a pretty bad run recently, but they kind of have a bit more fight in them. I genuinely thought that when we'd play Leeds, they'd have a new manager, but he's managed to stay, and we'll have a quick look at them. Okay, so let's have a little butchers at Leeds. How have they done this season? Let's have a look. Okay, so right now Leeds are in 17th. Yeah, so they're on 14 points. We're on 22 points after our win against West Ham, and then obviously our draw with Sunderland. So we got 4 points in the last 2 games. So we went from 18 points to 22. Incredibly, we're only 4 points behind. Incredibly, we're only 2 points behind Chelsea, who are 4th. I honestly don't know how you can lose 6 games in the league and still be 2 points off 4th place. But we are, okay? Miraculously, we are, okay? And we're only 9 points off Arsenal, which is also pretty wild, if I'm completely honest. But Leeds have lost their last 4 and won their last 1, okay? And the last game they won was against Chelsea, and the game before that they lost against Man City, but that was 3-2 with a Foden winner. We can look at the goals. Okay, so Leeds took the lead with a set piece. Leeds then scored again with another set piece. Then Chelsea got back into the game with Pedro Neto, and then Leeds then took the lead further with another set piece. And the XG in that game, the XG in that game was 2.7 to Leeds. So that wasn't a case of Leeds didn't deserve to win. Leeds deserved to win that game, and they had 29% possession, which is also a worry because we like to have loads of possession and we don't do anything with it. We're 11 points, you're right. Yeah, we're 11 points off, actually. Sorry, yeah, we are. You're right. So that's a bit of a worry, okay? That's a bit of a worry for me. And then you look at the previous game. Ooh. Let me go back. Then you look at the previous game against Manchester City. Leeds had a 1.54 XG, which means they did deserve some of their goals. And in that game, Guardiola scored the first goal. Phil Foden scored the first goal. Guardiola then sent Manchester City 2-0 up. Calvin-Lewin scored again. So that's 2 games in a row Calvin-Lewin scored. Yeah, which made it 2-1. Then Lucas scored the equaliser. And then it took a Phil Foden 91st minute winner to settle that game. They were in the game for large spells. Okay. And that was at the Etihad, which is where we got tonked 3-0. Then you go back to the Aston Villa game. They only lost to Aston Villa through a ridiculous free kick from Morgan Rogers. Okay. 1.79, they got a goal. 1.58, Villa scored 2. Aston Villa should have lost this game. Leeds had big chances in this game. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. This isn't a walk in the park. Like, Leeds have played. Like, they've had a horrible run of games. They've had Aston Villa, Manchester City, Chelsea, and now they've got Liverpool. Like, no, I didn't watch any of the games, but I've seen the highlights. So they could have beat Aston Villa, but it took a worldie of a goal by Morgan Rogers, an unbelievable free kick. They lost at Forest. They comfortably lost at Forest. Like, Forest battered them in that game. So that was a pretty standard game. So they lost at Forest. They also lost at Brighton, but they've had some horrible games. Like, they got beaten good and proper at Brighton. Not good away, Leeds. And then they beat West Ham at home, which is another home game that they won. Yeah, they win their games at home. 1.49, 3 big chances, no big chances for West Ham. West Ham scored a consolation goal. They got beat by Burnley away. Burnley aren't too bad at home, to be honest. And they got beat by Tottenham at home, which is their only home defeat, I believe. It's their only home defeat. So this is not going to be an easy game for Liverpool. I just want to put that out there. Looking at Leeds as well, they've scored 16 goals and conceded 26. We've scored 21 and conceded 21. This game for me has a draw written all over it. This game has another draw. But the problem is, I think draws aren't good enough against promoted teams. I'm sorry. I expect better. I expect better. Big up. I really expect better. Yeah, no, I mean, City should have been 5 or 6-0 up in loads of games this season, but they haven't. Like, teams have come back into games. Just look at Fulham. Like, Fulham had a goal clear. Fulham had a goal cleared off the line in the 90th minute, which would have made it 5-5. But Calvin Lewin, Dicko's just put it there, is an absolute thorn in our side. Just a thorn in our side. And look, Leeds have a plan. Like, Leeds seem to have a plan. They have a pattern. They're looking to get results out of their home games. Maybe they're not so good away from home, but that could just be they may be playing some weaker players. Maybe they're just not. Maybe they're just concentrating on winning their home games. But Liverpool should be going to Leeds and beating them. Liverpool should be beating Sunderland at home. Liverpool should be beating West Ham away. These are games that Liverpool should be winning. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, we are a good enough team and a good enough squad to be comfortably beating these teams. But if you look at the table, you've got Manchester United ahead of us. You've got Brighton ahead of us. It's not pretty. Look, you've got Sunderland ahead of us. You've got Crystal Palace ahead of us. None of these teams should be ahead of us. None of them. You've got Everton, joint points. Tottenham, close to us. None of these teams should be anywhere near us. Liverpool should be up there with Arsenal. We should be up there with Arsenal. We should be ahead of Manchester City. We should be ahead of Aston Villa. It's just not good enough. Arsenal have had 2 draws recently. 2 draws recently. They've dropped 4 points recently. And we haven't gained on them. We haven't taken advantage. The games that Arsenal drew, the games when Arsenal drew them, Liverpool lost 1. So we lost a point on them. And then when they drew their other game, Liverpool won. But we lost the game after the game we lost. So we're already down another 3 points. And then Arsenal won and we drew. Like, it's just not good enough. It is the worst title defense ever. It is. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. So I'm going to do a match preview. We're going to look at some of the numbers. We're going to look at the predictor that says that we're like 60 odd % to win, just like we were 64% to beat Sunderland, and we didn't. So we're going to look at this again. We're going to have the same conversations again, probably. And then I'm going to bring up some news at the end, okay? All right. So that's where we're going to go. I'm not sure I want to talk about the traffic cone, because right now Isaac is a traffic cone. Like, Isaac is basically a training cone right now at Liverpool. Like, he doesn't touch the ball, doesn't do anything. Like, he just, no service, no passing, no nothing. But I mean, the guy should be coming into midfield then to get the ball then, shouldn't he? No one's giving it to him. He should come and get it if it's that bad. But we're not going to have a conversation about that, because I'll end up going on a rant, and I don't want to really go down that route. So let's have a look at a preview. Okay. So, Liverpool versus Leeds. Key stats. Leeds United stunned Chelsea last time out, but they are given just a 22% chance of beating Liverpool, who are the Opta supercomputer's favourites at 55%. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 6 Premier League away games against Leeds, won 4, drawn 2, winning 6-1 in their last visit to Ellen Road in 2023. Leeds have won just one of their last 16 Premier League games against reigning champions, drawn 4, lost 11. Daniel Farke would certainly have been full of relief when his Leeds United side stunned Chelsea 3-1 at Ellen Road on Wednesday. It saw them move out of the Premier League relegation zone and end a 4-match losing run in the competition to ease some pressure that had been building on the Leeds boss. They showed signs of their determination to avoid the drop in a late 3-2 defeat to Manchester City last weekend, and that intensity was a display to an even greater extent against Chelsea. Leeds produced 2.79 expected goals in the win, the second highest total by a team against the Blues in the Premier League since Enzo Maresca took charge. Behind only Tottenham 2.9 in December 2024, it should be noted that Dolphin Calvert-Lewin's goal made it 3-1, did account for 0.99 XG total, a tap-in from a yard out. But the fixture list does not ease up for Farke's team. With Arne Slot's Liverpool visiting Ellen Road on Saturday, the Reds have been far from their best this season, currently sitting 8th in the Premier League after a 1-1 draw with Sunderland, but they will be determined to get back to the form that helped them win the title last season. Leeds typically struggled against teams that lifted the trophy in their season prior. They've won just one of their last 16 Premier League games against reigning champions, drawn 4, lost 11, winning 3-2 at Arsenal in May 2003. At home, they are winless in 8, drawn 2, lost 6. Such matches since a 1-0 victory against the Gunners in May 1999. Now could be a good time as ever for Leeds to snap that record, though with Liverpool struggling on their recent travels, the Reds have lost 7 of their last 11 Premier League away games, won 4, with only Fulham and Wolves 8 each losing more since the start of April. To put that into context, their previous 7 away defeats had come over a 45-game spell between January 23 and February 25. Shite. Liverpool did beat West Ham 2-0 on their road outing, but they had to fight back to earn a 1-1 draw against Sunderland, with Slot's team turning in another below par display. Another good omen for Leeds could be that they won their last consecutive match in the top flight in October 2022, which was against Liverpool, with Somerville scoring the winner. Calvert-Lewin could be the man to get the job done for Leeds this time round, following goals against Man City and Chelsea. The former Everton man is looking to score in 3 consecutive Premier League games for the first time since August 2021. Another record someone's looking to win. Calvert-Lewin's had 33 shots with 3 goals. 23 shots with 3 goals in 765 minutes. He also scored on his last appearance against Liverpool, netting the second in Everton's 2-0 win last season. 2-0 win against the Merseyside rivals in April 2024. Not last season, the season before. On the other side, though, Mo Salah will be looking to prove his worth against favoured opposition. The Egyptian has scored 9 goals in just 6 Premier League games against Leeds, with only Alan Shearer 20 and Thierry Henry 10 netting more often. So he likes to score against Leeds, but he'll probably get dropped. The 33-year-old was benched for Liverpool the last 2 games, though he did come on at half-time against Sunderland and added some impetus to the Reds' attack. With the Africa Cup of Nations approaching, Slot only has 3 more games in which to utilise Salah before he heads off. Salah, for his struggles this season, is still Liverpool's most creative player. He has crafted 28 goal-scoring chances for his teammates. No team has had more different players create 20-plus chances than Liverpool in the Premier League this season. Salah, 28, Cody, 25, Szoboszlai, 24, and Wirtz, 20. Wirtz thought he had broken his Liverpool duck on Wednesday, only to see a strike against Sunderland go down to an own goal. But the German should take confidence from his excellent jinking run that preceded his deflected shot to rescue a point. With Liverpool avoiding defeat for the first time this season after conceding an opening goal, it was only their first league draw this season. That's also something which we need to understand. That was the first game this season that we hadn't lost after conceding the first goal. Isn't that wild? That is absolutely wild how bad we are. And it took a Federico Chiesa block on the line in the 90th minute from a 80-yard punt from their goalkeeper to actually stop us from losing, because Virgil van Dijk and Konate were stood in the opposition's box holding each other's dicks. Like, why? Why were they stood there doing nothing? Like, the whole team was just stood in their box while their goalkeeper just kicked it out. Like, there was a clear problem with the attitude at Liverpool. A clear problem with the attitude, the mentality, the application, the effort levels. There is a clear problem at Liverpool, and it goes right back to the manager and the training ground and the tactics and everything you are doing to get these guys prepared for games, because they're not. They are not. We were dogs awful. We were terrible against Sunderland. We created nothing. Absolutely zero. Like 24 shots, and most of them were over the bar. Oh, it's disgusting. The Reds have lost 6 of their 7 games when conceding first in this term. Drawn 1, while they have won all 7 Premier League games in which they've scored first. So the first goal could well prove crucial in this one. With Jacob Boyle scoring Leeds' opener against Chelsea after just 5 minutes and 24 seconds, Liverpool will be very wary of the early onslaught, and what's sure it could be boisterous at Ellen Road. It's a horrible ground to go to. Leeds have scored after 8 minutes and 3 minutes in their 2 previous home games against Aston Villa and West Ham, respectively. Liverpool, meanwhile, have conceded the opening goal in 7 of their last 9 Premier League games, as many times as a prior 26 matches in the competition last year. Just stinky. So stinky. Head to head. No point looking at that. There's no point looking at that, because none of the previous just makes sense anymore. Match prediction, 55% Liverpool win, 21% Leeds win, 22% draw. And the team, Leeds United, Lucas Perry, Jayden Bogle, Joe Rodon, Pascal Struijk, Goodmanson, Ampadu, Tanaka, Gruev, Aronson, Okafor, and Mecha. Okafor scored 2 goals against us for AC Milan in the pre-season friendly, I believe. That's not good. Alisson, Szoboszlai. They got Szoboszlai's right back. Oh, God. Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, McAllister, Wirtz, Salah, Gapco, Ekachike. I don't know. I would really like to know who we play, but I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. So, score predictions. Score predictions, everyone. I think it could be a draw. I think it could be a 1-1 again. Score predictions. Does anyone think we're going to win? Does anyone think we're going to win at Ellen Road against the newly promoted Leeds, who are 17th in the table? I also want to let you know, the last team we played that was 17th, we got tonked by them 3-0 in Nottingham Forest. Just put no one out there. Last team we played that were 17th, we got smashed. It will be another shite game. 2-1 Leeds. Lovely. Everybody's got lots of confidence. Lots of confidence in this manager. You're not going to play Chiesa, mate. Why would he play Chiesa? You wouldn't play Chiesa. You wouldn't play Chiesa. He's already said that in the press conference. Actually, I'll bring up some of the stuff that he said in the press conference. 2-1 Leeds, 2-1 Leeds, 2-0 Leeds, 3-1 Leeds. Jeez, everybody's full of joy and beans and happy and lots of great predictions for the game. Lovely. Yay. Love it. Okay, so let's bring up Arnie Slot's presser because this will be a bunch of shits and giggles. More crap that he's talking about. Let's have a look. So, key points. Slot noted an improvement in Liverpool's defence, being one deflection away from keeping 2 clean sheets. Well, fuck me sideways. What the hell are you talking about? You absolute tube. So what about the deflection away from... What about the deflection away from what? From the opposition scoring? What about the deflection? What? I don't even know what that means. In their last 2 games, an improvement from earlier form where they conceded 7 goals in 2 home games. Okay, so he's happy that we're conceding goals, but just not as many. Fucking absolute Burke. He acknowledged that Leeds' playing style, which involves aggressive pressing or a low block, is difficult for many teams, including Liverpool. So what are Leeds going to do then? Leeds are now going to do what you've just said that you can't fucking play against. Why can't he just shut up? Like, why doesn't he just shut up? Like, why does he have to keep on talking? Joe Gomez sustained a knock, but he's expected to train, so that means Joe Gomez isn't available. Connor Bradley's played all week, so he'll be available. Mo Salah is always in contention. Of course he is. Why would he not be? Mo Salah's only missed 17 games in his entire career for Liverpool. Dominic Szoboszlai will play in the central area. There you go. So he's not going to use him as a right back anymore. Bollocks. Slot addressed the striker's low number of touches in recent games, noting it's a general trend for strikers in the league and something he aims to improve. Okay. Shall we have a look at Erling Haaland's touch map? Let's have a look at Erling Haaland. Okay, let's have a look at Erling Haaland's touch map, yeah? You fucking absolute fucking fraud. Okay, let's have a look at Erling Haaland's touch map. This will be interesting. How many times did Erling Haaland touch the ball when he played? Who did he play last? Fulham. How many times did Erling Haaland touch the ball against Fulham? Let's have a look. Erling Haaland touched the ball 33 times in 90 minutes. Okay, Erling Haaland touched the ball 33 times. Okay, let's have a look how many times Jimenez touched the ball, who played for Fulham. Just so we can see. He touched the ball 24 times. How long was he on the pitch for? Guimaraes was on the pitch for 70 minutes. Okay, so let's go to some other players. Let's just have a look at other players because I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how many times players touch the ball because Arnie said that that Premier League players don't touch the ball. So Moreno, how many times did Moreno touch the ball? Moreno touched the ball 54 times, and he was the forward for Arsenal. What about Kevin Schade for Brentford? He touched the ball 22 times in 60 minutes. So he touched the ball more than he touched the ball more than Isaac in 2 games in 64 minutes. Ouattara touched the ball 34 times. This is against Arsenal, by the way. So this isn't a shit team. This is Arsenal, okay? So let's have a look. Let's have a look at some other teams. Aston Villa. Yeah, should we see how many times Ollie Watkins touched the ball? Do you see how many times Ollie Watkins touched the ball? Yeah. When he played Brighton, how many times did Ollie Watkins touch the ball? Let's have a look. 29 times. The guy is fucking talking out of his ass. Talking out of his ass, his bald ass. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just can't cope with how bad this guy is. So what's IndyCar got for us? IndyCar managerial pressure. The accountants claim that Arnie Slot's job is online due to poor performances. Oliver Glasner is being seriously lined up. Players' futures. Mark Guehi, Rodrigo. Have we got any more? Liverpool FC latest news. X. Let's have a look. Anything else I can report to you? Mo Salah's future. Saudi Arabian clubs are looking at Mo. They always are. Liverpool are linked with several players ahead of January, including Nico Schlotterbeck and Jan Demandi. We're not going to get Jan Demandi or Schlotterbeck. There are also ongoing discussions about the future of Harvey Elliott. Arnie wanted Harvey Elliott gone. Okay? Arnie wanted Harvey Elliott gone. Like that is glaringly obvious. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna talk about any of the absolute dribble that Sky Sports, TalkSport, any of them lot are talking about because they're still blaming Mo Salah. They're still blaming Mo Salah for it's Mo Salah's fault. Like, reason why Liverpool are bad is Mo Salah. Like, that's it. Like, doesn't matter how bad Mo Salah is. At least the guy fucking shows up. Like, at least he stood there wanting the ball. Like, we have a lot of other players up front who are all shit. None of them are footing any of the blame. None of them are getting any of the blame. They don't defend. They don't track back. They don't press. Like, you can't just put it all on Mo because he doesn't track back. Like, the guy touches the ball more than 50 times most games. Like, he shows for it. I can't have a £125 million striker touch the ball less than the referee in games repeatedly. I can't have my £125 million striker only have 3 shots on goal the entire season. I can't have it. I can't have that. I can't have my £80 million striker, Ekitike, that everyone's waxing lyrical over. I scored 1 goal in 10 games. I can't have it. I can't have it. And then you turn around and go, oh, it's Mo's fault. Those two have been wank. Those two have been wank for a long time now. And they do nothing in the game. They do nothing. Just because Mo Salah doesn't track back a lot, he still does, by the way. You need to watch the game. But just because Mo Salah doesn't track back a lot, because he's a 33-year-old winger, it's not his fault that the number nines are shit. When you just looked at the numbers and Mo Salah has produced 28 chances for them to score and they haven't. He's created more than anybody else in the team. like one guy just can't do it all for you. It's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. And it's by design that we don't do fuck all with our nines. It's by design. Because last season, the same happened. This season, the same happened. Like, the right back has been a problem. The left back has been a problem. Like, the number 10 still hasn't worked properly. Like, this is all by design. Like, he hasn't fixed a fucking thing. He's fixed nothing. Nothing has been changed. Nothing has been fixed. Like, you've literally got so many ex-Liverpool players still saying Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving is the problem. Like, go and take your face for a shit. Just, it is a serious problem that we are still talking about. Oh, well, it's Trent leaving. It's Mo Salah not tracking back. It's Virgil van Dijk. Like, just bore off with the same broken record over and over again. Like, I'm watching Cody Gakpo pull out of tackles. I'm watching Cody Gakpo do nothing all game. I'm watching Ryan Gravenberch pull out of tackles. I'm watching Ryan Gravenberch shirk away from any defensive work. I'm watching Alexis McAllister running around like he's got a fucking parachute attached to his back. I'm watching Virgil van Dijk show his ass to everyone. I'm watching the right back change every single game. I'm watching the tactics change every single game. I'm watching the players looking at each other, not knowing what they're supposed to do. I'm watching the builder from the defense not go anywhere. I'm watching Virgil and Canate touch the ball 150 million times, going left and right and left and right. That's what I'm watching. And I'm watching Sunderland kick a 80-yard ball in the 90th minute to put their guy clean through. That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching. And then I'm watching my fucking coach turn around and say the only reason why Isador didn't score the winner is because Alisson sent him wide, not even praising the guy that ran 60 yards to clear it off the line. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't go on other channels because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of my team. I'm embarrassed of my coach. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the elephant is stood in the room. He's taking up the entire room. There's nowhere to be in the room because the elephant is everywhere. And the elephant is Arnie Slot. That's the elephant. That's the elephant. You've had your money. You've had your team. You've had your time. You had your pre-season. You got all the coaches you want. You got all the coaches kicked out that you wanted. You got rid of all the players you didn't like. You have the control. You have had enough time. And you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You talk shit. You talk verbal diarrhea. You waffle on about statistics and tactics and talk about the way teams are playing against you, and they're not. So you're blatantly lying, or you don't know what you're talking about. And right now, I don't think you know what you're doing. Right now, I don't think the team know what they're supposed to be doing. Right now, you are a laughing stock and you are making my club look bad. FSG, whether it's Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, Tony Werner, John W. Henry, Billy Hogan, I don't fucking care. You need to fucking get your ass into gear and get a new man at this club ASAP. Because right now, we are not completely out of it. Like, we're not completely out of it. Somehow, nobody's managed to take advantage like they should have. Arsenal haven't took advantage like they should have. They could have had another 6 points on top of... They could have had more points. They could have gone further away, but they haven't. We are not out of anything yet. We are still hanging on by our fingernails. We could still progress in the Champions League. We could still potentially win the Premier League. It can be done. We still have to play Arsenal at their ground. We still have to play City at our ground. Like, it can be done. But we need swift action. And we can't wait any longer because players are getting worse. Like, they're getting worse. Like, it's now affecting Virgil van Dijk. Like, it's now affecting the most talented, experienced Rolls Royce of a player. It's now affecting him. He's now looking vulnerable. He's now looking like a liability. Like, Alisson's not looking fantastic either. Like, the best of our players are underperforming because this has now infected everybody. Everybody. Doesn't matter who you sign. Doesn't matter if you fucking throw 3 Caicedos into our team right now. I don't think they're going to fucking fix it. The system doesn't work. There's a giant tit on the pitch with this big circle around and one person in the middle. And that one person just seems to be Ryan Gravenberch, and he looks like a tit. Like, this weird build-up where you need to have 3 defenders. Nobody does it. Nobody has 3 central defenders in the build-up out of defence. You leave yourself too short in midfield. Like, you leave yourself 1 short in midfield and then 1 short in attack. Like, that's just not helping. And you haven't got anybody that can pass it through the lines. Nobody. The opposition knows how to play you. The opposition have consistently told the media. Players have told the media, yeah, we knew we could get at them down there. Yeah, we knew they were weak there. Yeah, we knew that if we tried the long ball. And the managers have come out and said it. Like, Liverpool are slow. Liverpool are easy to play against. Liverpool, we can get at them at Anfield. Yeah, we know that we could set pieces. We were really surprised they gave us so much space. Like, how can you be listening to this? How can the board be listening to this and go, this is okay? This is what we spend 500 million on. Yeah, that's fine. It'll all come good. They'll all click. The only player that's looked good this season is Dominic Szoboszlai. And right now, he's looked shit in the last 2 games. Like, where does this go? Where does this go? Because we lose Mo. And say what you want about Mo. Mo still scores fucking shitloads of goals and gets loads of chances, like to other people. He goes. Mo goes. Well, you're going to play Dom there. Okay, yeah, well, Dom's being fantastic there, hasn't he? Dom's being crap on the right wing. Is that your answer? Put Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, no, Chiesa. Okay, yeah, Chiesa's your answer. But he's not going to play Chiesa. So what is the answer? There's only one answer, and the answer is sack the manager. sack the manager. And the manager's talking about us being crap at home. The manager's happy with coming out with comments that, oh yeah, the opposition think they can get a result at Anfield now. It's not a fortress anymore. Well, that's your job, mate. Your job is to make it a fortress. If you can't make it a fortress, then fuck off and we'll get someone who can. Because we're not paying you 6 million quid a year to go to fucking Ibiza and fucking polish your fucking head. Klopp didn't lose a home game in 3 years. I know. Virgil van Dijk lost 2 games at Anfield before Arne Slot came. And he's lost more since. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dark because, like, we're not even fighting. Like, I can understand being shit and being in a rut. How do you get yourself out of that? You fight. You fight to get out of the fucking big pile of shithole that you've ended up in. You fight to get out. No one's fighting. No one cares. They don't look bothered. Like, they're walking off the pitch at the end of the game and they don't look arsed. They look lost. They look devoid of any ideas. They look way off the pace. They're clueless. There's no plan. Like, what is the plan? Is the plan give it to the wingers and spam a fucking cross in to the guy who's a traffic cone in Alexander Isak, who doesn't win headers, by the way? I just want to put it out there. Like, you signed a guy that doesn't really win many headers. Neither does Ekitike. So you signed 2 guys that don't really win headers. Cody Gakpo doesn't win any headers. Mo Salah doesn't win any headers. So what you do? You just spam a 30-yarder in there and just hope for the best. Is that it? That's the tactics. And if that doesn't work, we'll just throw every single player in their box and we'll get done on the break. It's abject. It is boring. It is monotonous. It's basically our manager. Liverpool is our manager. I don't listen to him and think, oh, you're fun. I don't listen to him and think, oh, you're a good laugh. I don't listen to him and think, oh, I'm going to get a bollocking off you. He's a wet flannel. He's a yes man. Like, what? Is he going to shout at anyone? No. Does he fill you with any fear? No. Has he got any charisma? No. Does he talk too much truth? Oh, yes. Does he tell the opposition our secrets? Yes. Does he talk too much on the media? Yes. Why is he doing all these interviews on Sky? Why are all our players always on Sky? Like Alexander Isak talking about how crap he's been. I don't need to hear you talk about how crap you've been. I can see how crap you've been. I don't need the manager to turn around and say, oh, well, I've worked on this system, how to play Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike together. Well, guess what, mate? You haven't, because none of us have seen it. Well, did you work that out in your fucking sleep? Because nobody's seen this magic. Because there's no magic. There isn't going to be any magic at Liverpool if we keep this guy at the club. Infected. I know we should. Okay, so Jamie's actually live on Donny Sam's show in about 3 or 4 minutes. So I've actually got a divert that takes you over there. So I'm finished now because my throat's starting to hurt, and I'm gonna I'm gonna pack this in because I'm getting up early tomorrow and take your wife to the hospital. So I'm going to be jumping out of here. You all have a wonderful evening. I've seen your score predictions, which don't fill me with any hope, and I've said a draw. Most of you have said a loss, but I actually said a draw. Before you go though, look, please hit the likes and subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds. Just have a look and check whether you're a subscriber. If you're not, subscribe. And if you haven't liked the video, please do. And if you want to become a member, it's in the pin chat. Become a member. It's 99p. It keeps the channel running, and you can get involved in the member shows, which I do. I just haven't done one in the last week because life isn't great as a Liverpool fan right now. So do get involved. Also, big up all the members that are actually in the chat. Big up Vic, big up Tony, big up Polo. Who else have we got? A couple of other members that I know. Who else have we got who's a member? A big up regular. Alexander. And there's a couple more I might have missed off. Apologies if I did. Neil Heskey in there as well. I'll send you over to the Donny Sam show now. So if you can just put Kmack Raid and jump over there and fill up his show nicely. And I will see you all. I'm doing a show with Don tomorrow. I'm not sure what time it is, but check it out. I'll be doing a show with him tomorrow night. I think it's a new thing that he's doing, but I'll be on that show. And I will see you all later. I'll probably be on the terrace as well, depending on what happens with that Liverpool game. We'll see. But you all have a wonderful evening. Remember, up the Reds. Support the club. Support the team. Definitely talk about the bald fraud on all the channels. Let's keep the hype going for this guy out. And I will see you all later. Take care.